What is up, guys? Control here. Today's video is going to be on a pretty sweet GPTF control list that does feature Slotbot. One of the cards that I did think was actually going to be pretty good post buff, and I can't say I was actually kind of right. Definitely very strong in this list, and it is kind of a very, very good home for Slotbot. You do kind of want a 3-drop in this deck, and I mean, Slotbot kind of just fits. Very strong, scales as the game goes on, and I mean, he does just pop. That's about all I can say about him. Anyways, as far as the deck goes, I mean, you get primarily Bilgewater cards with a couple of SI ones splashed in, sort of the SI maybe. So you get Vile Feast as a 3 of, Grasp as a 2 of, Withering Wail as a 3 of, and Ledros as a 1 of. So removal tools are pretty straightforward. We got Kegs in the deck with the Dreadway Deckhand and Gankplank. So, you know, Vile Feast will just train for more, helps you play around removal on the Keg as well. Grasp, you know, just deals more damage as well, and Withering Wail gives you a really big AoE option as well, which is pretty nice. So all those are just good and kind of fit the control playstyle. You got Ledros in the late game, so this is you know, just a good top end card that ends up actually giving you an OTK with a Dreadway, which is a card that I actually couldn't read because I'm stupid at first. I played a couple of games of this and didn't really realize what it did until I kind of traded and realized, wow, all my units are killing everything when they shouldn't. Yeah, pretty good card. Doubles the damage dealt by skills, spells, and allies. Very strong, and when you play Ledros, you double the damage of him having your opponent's health, which kind of does 100% of their health. So pretty sweet, good combo. One that I didn't pull off, but maybe you guys can. If you do, let me know in the comment below. Next, you got Rex. Pretty good late game card. Just, you know, a decent one that can be clunky sometimes, but when he does work, he really works. Got a couple of cards in the deck to help activate him, being the 3 of warning shots, and those are also utilized for all the other plunder cards that we have. And Grifter, which also has some synergy with, you know, a couple of the cool cards in the deck, like Black Market Merchant, because, I mean, you're yoinking more stuff, so it gets discounted more. And, yeah, that's about it. You get the warning shot pop off with that. Just a decent 3-drop, and, I mean, the list is primarily going to be Bilgewater, so you will actually get the Allegiance yoink quite often. So that's good. Maybe instead of just going all over it in a random kind of order, we can just go back to the beginning and talk about the early game. So again, warning shots are just good to activate the plunder because you do have a fair amount of that with the Black Market Merchant, Pilfer Goods, yada yada, and I guess the Riptide Rex. So that's the reason why you run the warning shots, is basically just so you have those active, because I mean, yoinking cards from your opponent's deck is really good. And it's also just a way to scale the Gankplank because, I mean, when he is leveled, you're getting a Keg every single round, and the AoE effect from his attack is really bonkers. So good for that reason. You could definitely cut one of these if you find that you're drawing them too often though. Black Market Merchant, really nothing to say, just a very strong card. One that I could see actually getting nerfed in the future pretty easily. Dreadway Deckhand, just a good card, you know, 2 mana 2/2, summons you a Keg. Boom. That's about it. Versatile, good on turn 2 to kind of just protect yourself, you know, or make your aggressive opponent kill a Keg instead of one of your units. Or, you know, good later to get a Keg to use like a Withering Wail or something. Just a very solid card. Make It Rain, one of the best cards that you have in Bilgewater, especially when, you know, coupled with something like a Dreadway Deckhand early. Super, super good for removing stuff. I mean, even just like the 1 damage 3 times is really good. Again, it'll get your plunders online sometimes. And, you know, it can clear some stuff that you want clear. Very good early AoE. Pilfer Goods, one of the cards I'm sure a lot of the community wants to see broken. Or, sorry, wants to see nerfed. My bad. Definitely a card that I think should probably be changed. It's a little bit strong and very frustrating to lose to. That's all I got to say about it. Very strong card. Definitely want to run this unless it's a 3 of. Then over the Vile Feast, Slotbot again is just a very good 3-drop. Not too much to that. Definitely try this card out if you haven't already. It is definitely worth it. TF, this one is kind of just ran is a utility card. Twisted Fate usually will not get leveled in this deck. Because, I mean, we just don't run enough card draw. We have the yoinky stuff, but I mean, that's not really, you know, going to be drawing you as much as, say, like a couple Picket cards would, for example. But, you know, for the utility of just drawing a card, you know, having the AoE with the Kegs, or just even stunning something like a Vi or a Sejuani, TF really does do it all. He's not overstated by any means, but he is a very strong, versatile champion, and I think for that reason, he's definitely good as a 3 of in this list. Also kind of helps you at the 4-drop slot and just play something on curve there. Your Grifter, kind of been over this again. Just a strong, decent 4-mana 3/3 that yoinks cards a lot of the time. And you get a warning shot, which is pretty good, because then that'll help you, you know, play your Riptide Rex. When we get to Gankplank, one of the centerpieces of this deck, obviously, is, you know, just Gankplank. Get him leveled up, and then every time he attacks, he's going to be doing some AoE damage, which is really, really sweet. So it's like a skill, so it'll go up before combat. So you have 2 or 3 Kegs in play, then you'll do 3 or 4 damage before combat goes off, and then Gankplank will still attack. And because he has Overwhelm, say that your opponent was blocking your Gankplank with like a 3/2, 3/2 will die, you'll do the full Overwhelm damage, GP will be protected. Really sweet combo card, or really sweet effect, sorry, that combos with Gankplank, the card himself. quite well. Not bad. And his champion card's parlay, which is okay. It's not really that great, but you know, it can do some stuff with some kegs sometimes and level them up. Very, very good cards, and overall I'd say this deck is actually really powerful and one that's, you know, if you're looking for someone to play that's a control play style, definitely one that you could pick up and, you know, climb all the way to Masters with. Your games will be relatively long, but they will be pretty satisfying, and I would say quite varied because you have a lot of different ways to win with your top end combo and even just like Gankplank or, you know, even potentially Slotbot. Or if you want to, you know, be a mean guy with the cards that you're stealing from Pilfer Goods, Black Market Merchant, and the Grifter. Because, I mean, you are going to be stealing a lot of cards of this deck. So you yoink them up and then, you know, clap your opponent with their own cards. Unless you queue into a guy named Control Ladder. Then be nice and don't steal my stuff because, you know, I'm trying to show you this list. Yeah, be a nice guy. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. This deck is pretty sweet. Definitely would recommend giving it a spin. Even though I'm pretty sure I say that every single video. Thanks for watching, though. Hit that sub button if you guys are liking the videos and want to see daily content from me. Try my best to do that right now. And, yeah, have a good one. Thanks for watching. Peace out. They don't do anything early, so I just want cards to do stuff. Basically, Slotbot / Yankees cards, I think, is the move for the mulligan. Removal cards, I don't think make too much sense because, again, they don't really do anything, so it makes more sense to look for cards that do stuff. Like these, 2, 3, 4. It's good. Just play the cards, they do stuff. Hearthstone or Legends of Runeterra? I don't know. I can't tell what's on my screen, to be honest. It looks like Hearthstone, I guess, yeah. There's a card that says random in my hand, so I mean, it has to be Hearthstone, right? He's playing the Broken Heimer card before turn 5. That seems so weird. Sure. I was just gonna play the Grifter, but I guess the Goods makes more sense here. I don't have the Merchant, so it's not like the cards are... There's no way this guy has Heimer in his hand ever here. That makes zero sense that he's playing 2 of those back-to-back. Which would be a first, that the Heimer player does not have multiples of those in his hand. Meditation for 5? What is this game? I don't know what world I'm living in, but this is not reality, right? I mean, they never play that card for 5. Ever. I'm so confused. It's like a 3-mana card. One can claw the dragon. I don't know if I really value playing this. Like, going wide is definitely good against this archetype. It's one of the easiest ways to win. So it should be played at 3-2. It's just a little bit off. It's definitely a little bit off. Double TF hand, okay. What if it's developing Gankplank? I feel like it's not really that good early. Vi, so I can kill the Slotbot, I guess. Yeah. So I should gold card.
Never lost a fair game. Or played one.
That's my boy. Never lost a fair game or even played one. That's it. Well, little does he know the gold card still goes off. So his Vi is stunned. It's probably not the outcome he wanted there, but that's okay with me. Saying okay there. Looks Slotbot, but we push 5. Are we happy or are we mad? Could also just TF gold card and see what he does. I kind of actually just like that because we have another TF already anyways. I think the big thing though is going to be playing the Grifter next turn. We always have to do that because we want to have Riptide online for 8. So it's going to be really important to do that. Is that really worth a deny for you? I'm honestly kind of surprised that was his play, but okay. I think if he wants to kill the Slotbot to let me push 7 damage, I am pretty happy with that outcome. So, you know, we take those every single time, and this game is honestly looking really good for us at this point. Like, he just used a deny to kill a Slotbot, man. I am so happy about that, it's actually ridiculous. Heimer, I do not have removal for Heimer, so I mean, you know, go wild, buddy. You gotta, you know, play your game, have some fun. The Yoinkies. The third Flash of Brilliance. Wabba-wee-wah.
My most groundbreaking invention to date.
Now we get the Merchant. Come on, dude. It's a little bit late.
It's too late for you.
Maybe actually that was a bad play. I could have actually just Vile Feasted the 3-1 and then basically just open attacked and won. So I mean, my play there actually could have been quite bad actually. But okay. Just say sure there, you can't do too much, right? So that's acceptable. You can't deny Rex's effects, so I mean, if we just go open with the Warning Shot plus Riptide Rex, we should be in a good spot. Would we ever Vile Feast to just have another unit in play? Probably, actually, yeah. I think the Vile Feast is fine. He can't retreat now, so this should be good. So we do that. We pass, we go Warning Shot plus Rex. Pretty obvious play.
Can they call me
And we do some stuff here. This card is so insane, man. It's actually nuts. I feel like it's really what ties all of these type of these Bilgewater control decks together. Changes them from being like decent to just good. So it doesn't really matter what he does spell-wise. He's only going to be able to play one unit to block now. He can't develop all these units though, so we're going to be able to attack and most likely get lethal here. Get excited, it's good. So TF, yeah. Okay. But I mean, he's still just dead. So we're fine. Like, you can have all of the 3-1s that you want, but if I just attack, I win the game. So this is a new Lux animation, where, like, this just actually rapes your ears. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but that's one of the most obscenely obnoxious kind of skills in the entire game, is the Rex ability. Cali Sin. I mean, the hand looks pretty good at least. So we probably just keep. Make it rain as well, it's nice. Pass. I think I still just play the deckhand here. It's definitely just a good card in general. We'll still have 4 mana in total next round, so I'm able to still go like Warning Shot plus Merchant and Goods. Pass. Grifter is decent too.
If they don't break, they'll burn.
Okay. So I could make it rain now, I guess. You could have Transfusion though, that's the thing. So this maybe not the best. Just say okay. It would mean that I'm not playing the Pilfer Goods, but I still have Warning Shot then, right? So I feel like we do this, just say okay. See if he transfusions at all. He would still have to like let the Demolitionist die, and he could still block the Disciple with the 2/2, so it kind of just makes sense that he would let this go through, I think. It feels like situations like this, or where the deck is strong, is like when you have ways to get kegs early game and basically just make it rain. I could be wrong, but it feels like this is like one of the key parts of the deck that makes it really good, is just like the make it rain, having that as you know, a removal option with the kegs early. Also, like, the curve is kind of decent too. It's not like it's really that bad curve wise, so I think that's another relatively big part of the deck as well. Sure, so that's a 4-3 now. That just connects. We're gonna block obviously, but definitely is pretty strong. So we just do that to save 4 health here, because I mean he's definitely the aggressor in this matchup, and hit the merchant button. This is a Might Lee Sin deck, man. I have not seen this in a minute. I definitely dig it though. Definitely dig the deck. I think I mean we can just play the Grifter. We don't have to play Goods here, right? Can just go Grifter and then hopefully get the Allegiance. We always get another Warning Shot, so that's good. Yikes. I have definitely been relatively unlucky with these Allegiance rolls today, man. It has not been it's not been a good day for Allegiance rolls for me at all. Definitely been losing the whatever you want to say the roll is. So whatever, 31 cards, there's 7 in the deck that are Shadow Isles. 32, I guess, at that point. Definitely not the hottest day for me ever, but that's okay. Whale's not that good. I think we should start with Warning Shot plus Goods here. Just see what we're picking up here. Okay, Shadow Assassin's decent. Could also feast, but we don't get to block the Shadow Assassin. And I feel like just trading Shadow Assassins is good. We also get a draw. So I think I like that. 4-2 maybe just goes in. Could also say that like the Black Market Merchant's kind of got enough value now. Or we could just say 2-1 can go in. I feel like it's probably just 2-1 goes in, 3-3 goes into 4-2, 2-2 goes into 2-2. That being said, he might Dragon's Protection now. That's about it. But at least we get to see where that goes. Sure. So he challenges a Shadow Assassin, pushes 4. Sure.
One good turn, friendo.
Good turn from him.
Protect them. Safety will cost.
Okay. That's good. Deny is sweet to have as well. Don't have kegs though, so the
For the Empire.
feast is not gonna be that great. I think we just say okay. Because this is slow, he can't play it yet, so I think I just play the feast now. It also goes back to our phase, so if this dies and it's our phase, I can just attack with the 3-3 and the 1-1, and we will connect face. Just good. It's not like super relevant for Gankplank, but I mean it's 3 out of 5. Okay, that's fine.
Heavy pockets, huh?
3 in, not bad.
We each hold a world.
Okay, so he's gonna have Dragonling.
Dark beckons.
Retreat return for Shadow Assassin is so nice, man. Like, just the fact that you get a draw with it and just, like, either save a block or, save a block or
They cannot hide.
protect your unit from removal is just so good.
Ever consider a henching career?
I'd like to save the 3 mana ideally just so I could, like, refuge with the Rex next rounds. Might not be the case though, but that's possible. On a hiatus from Hearthstone for a while. I played a couple days ago, but I haven't really been playing too much recently. That's about it. Don't hate the game or anything, just prefer Runeterra more, man. That's about it. Could also do this now because it hits twice. That's pretty good.
Beauty. Empire. What is gained when you earn malevolence?
Gangplank, Poggers. It's not leveled. I think this is gonna be Rex now.
Ready, Rex? Not yet. Good to go.
Balance card, go. So nutty, dude. Sure. This guy and his card draw, man. Okay.
I fight with the dragon's fury. Extend your senses.
It's the second spell that's the barrier.
Free of doubt.
Returns that to block there, sure.
Now, I'll see this.
2-2 goes into 7-4.
Too late for you.
He's gonna get the kick, but I have deny for it anyways, and I can also just like Riptide Rex again and probably just win.
Shadow.
So he should be okay. There's not too much to worry about, I don't think.
The dragon.
So I think I just stun him now over the Rex stuff probably. It's not lethal, right? It's only 7, so 4 would kill it, and then 3 would go face, yeah. So the stun stuff seems better now.
Reel me in.
So I still have deny to answer whatever he wants to do into it.
I won't stand by. You are brave, young one. Enemy cannot hide.
Sure. So my Gankplank should be dead.
Ready for fight.
But we still win.
I will not hold back.
The classic Might Sweaty Lethal here, let's go. The lethal our opponent never expected. Might his only sin. When you yoink their combo. Oh no.
Conflict is all in
What will we do now, gentlemen? I don't know. We may have to Riptide Rex or use a warning shot. I'm thinking the Rex is a play though. It's kind of good. It's nice that, you know, just does 3 damage to everything, so that's good. Yeah, GG. So it sounds like just stealing your opponent's cards lets you win. Yeah. Why would you ever bother playing with your own cards when you could just play with theirs? I don't know. Definitely seems like every game that I've won so far has been based on pilfered goods and the merchant being stupid, so maybe look a little bit more for those in the future. Easiest mulligan of my life, let's go. I don't even really know if keeping the 4 drops that good. Feels like in general it's a decent card though. So it gives you a warning shot, which is really good for activating a lot of the cards you want to have activated. And it's also just a unit to play, which is something for the most part that I think you want. Definitely not to make it rain here, it's just going to be a passive this spellman, I think. Control, have you ever considered playing a deck which includes the champions Karma from Ionia and Ezreal from PNZ? You know, I've thought about it, but you know, it's really just not accessible for me because my brain's a little bit too small to play Karma Ezreal. I wish it was a little bit easier for players like me to play, but it's too tough for me, man. My brain is just not there. Some things that, you know, you just have to accept that you're mentally incapable of, and for me, that's playing very difficult decks like Karma Ezreal. It's a Yoinkies card. I feel like I'd still rather play TF, but I mean, the merchant's a thing. Yikes, it's big. So I get a gold card that if we want. Probably do want a gold card though, just because it's so big. Alternatively, I play Grifter. Grifter can block that. Yeah, I mean the gold card seems like it's just a better kind of play here to me. Unfortunately, the Slotbot didn't get any attacks, so I mean the shuffling didn't really help too much here. It feels like he doesn't shuffle completely randomly. I don't know. It seems like a lot of the time it is just like the +1 buff to me. I've got him to be like a 4-2 a couple times, you know, 5-5 eventually a couple times, but it seems like it's... I mean, it's not like a huge sample size, right? I've been playing for like an hour or two, but it feels like it doesn't really do exactly what you want it to. So, do I let him plunder again? Probably. The Make It Rain here is not very good. Is killing the Sentry ever good? I feel like I'd rather do this, but I don't even know how comfortable I am with that. I feel like it's probably just best to pass here for me. I could definitely be wrong, but I just feel like that's what I want to do there. It's unfortunate, so I guess we just say okay. The wheel's pretty good. I feel like I want to play GP just for the fact that I get the barrel, nothing more. Just because then like the whale / make it rain are going to be a lot stronger now. Okay, so just pass here. So you have it's kind of weird with the ordering, right? It should just be this and pass, I think. And then like make it rain when he attacks. You could play more units, I guess, still, but it's a little bit weird with like how the ordering is gonna work. I guess it's not that difficult. Like if he attacks, I would just. The thing is, like the Make It Rain could just like target things we don't want it to. Is the problem. So I do have to do this right now. I think I'm being stupid if I don't. And then I would just play the Merchant last. Probably your Noxus can kill the kegs. It's with the whatchamacallit Calling Strike, which isn't really gonna happen. They also run the 5-1 Challenger sometimes, yeah, like that. Okay. So I could use a Warning Shot here if we wanted. I'm gonna get another one with the Grifter anyways, so I could probably just do that to get the Merchant in play to have something else to block with. My Gankplank should die. I might get like a 2-mana spell that could like answer the Glory Seeker, maybe like a Brittle Steel to keep the Gankplank alive. That's a thing. 0 mana 5/5s are generally good.
I'll cut them apart. You're mine.
So GP's dead. Just want to see get the value trade. So it looks like I'm gonna Make It Rain and just hope that I hit any of the 1 health units really. Gangplank dying is just unfortunately gonna have to happen here. We could be in a lot worse of a spot here, I think. So we should actually not really feel too bad about the current game stance that we're in. 2 mana 7/7 is pretty good. It is pretty good, yeah. It's not bad. It's kind of like Black Market Merchant shouldn't steal from the top of the deck or something. So you don't steal people's Enraged Jetties that they shuffle on top of their deck. Not shuffle, sorry, they just place on the top of the list. It's kind of stupid how it works if you ask me, but hope for the best. I mean, we get 2 good outcomes, 1 bad one. We got 1 of the best outcome, 1 good outcome, and 1 bad outcome. So I mean, that's actually the average kind of pan out, I guess, because we have 2 really good options, 2 okay options, and 2 bad options. So that's fine. Okay, not so fine anymore. Unlucky one. I mean, they go from good to not very good really quickly, unfortunately. Another problem here is that we're going to be playing the Rex on our defense phase. If he chooses to open attack, I mean, we're not really going to be able to do too much with that. Harsh Winds is really good though. Jesus. I mean, you just have to Harsh Winds next turn and then go for the Rex the turn after. Should play things we can block with though.
I need just a moment.
Yikes.
Optimal outcome achieved.
For glory.
Yeah, he would never give us the opportunity to make this good because he knows it's turn 8, so like we're just really never gonna get a chance to make this the type of turn we want it to be, I think. Which is fine. Nothing wrong with that, I guess. Just have to block everything with 5 attack here so we don't die. That's about it. What is homie doing? I can't take any form of unnecessary damage here, I think. It's so important for us to just stay alive, I think, that, you know, just taking these trades that aren't really that great are just super important for us. It's not even that they're not that good, because, I mean, you know, we're trading with, like, 3 drops into, like, bigger units, but it's not that insane. Yes, we're clearing them. We do still have Rex, though. I feel like this kind of a line kind of leads me to actually want to play the Rex next round and go for, like, Grifter here. It's, that's nice. Would I use this here? I feel like yes, we actually sometimes win the game next round, so I feel like I do use this here. Save the 2 mana so we can still play Pilfer Goods next round, and then we can Harsh Winds on his next attack phase. So we're gonna hope that we clear that. I think we only targeted twice though. We targeted 3 times, it's big. So the Enraged Jetty is cleared as well, actually, which is really nice. If you guys notice this, it seems like they've removed the Eye of the Oracle on your opponent's rounds, like on their action. It's weird. I would actually end up doing that a lot during my opponent's action just because it's something to do. So one of the things for me in Runeterra is, I guess any card game really, there's a lot of downtime because I mean it's definitely like a back and forth type of game, right? So during your opponent's phase, you can definitely think about a lot of stuff, but I always found it nice to be able to use the Oracle's Eye during their action, just because it lets you kind of, I guess, do something in the game where otherwise you can't. But okay. We take it. Oh, it's only temporarily disabled. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Should be back next patch. Dope. Yeah, I get kind of fidgety though, like when there's nothing to do. So it's good to know that that'll be back. Okay, Sedge is fine. So I could push 8 damage if we want to just deal with the Sedge 1-y. I feel like we just Pilfered though, go from there. Hearthguard Fury, okay, good cards you can pass now though. Can just wait, you know, get an overwhelmingly large board and then win that way, I think. Have mana for the Hearthguard plus Harsh Winds here as well, so we can kind of just block this edge. That's at 210. It's kind of big. Yeah, I agree with the Rex thing. It definitely is a lot more effort than it is with basically any other champion for sure. That should be fine. So this might make him want to play like a Fury of the North to try and win with, and then I can, I guess, Fury of the North back so the Sedge is dead versus it being alive. Other line is just Harsh Winds, but I mean, we don't kill it then, and killing it seems better than having I guess we could actually technically do both. But that doesn't really sound that good. It would be lethal with open attack, but he could just have another Harsh Winds though. So I mean, it's not always guaranteed, and if it's not guaranteed, it's probably not really that worth going for. Okay, that's fine. So you can just go on, I guess, Hearthguard. Sure. That's a lot of warning shots. So juiced up 8-6. So if we open attack, we push 11 plus 6, which is a lot. 11 plus 6 is lethal by any kind of metrics that I understand here. So we can Harsh Winds now. Then we'd only push 6. GG. New game. Israel Swain. Okay. We are talking. So this has got to be like a burn deck, right? It's got to be like some form of a burn list, I think. Deckhand plus Feast is just good. We play the Deckhand on 2, Feast on 3 when we react, I think, to his attack phase. Everybody's been playing Sedge recently. I mean, she's basically just like Vio's last patch, so yeah, just like a very solid unit. That's about it. I don't think there's really too much more to say about her other than Sedge 1-y is just strong. And one of the stronger units in the game, I would wager. This next round, I shouldn't get the Plunder effect off, but it's not really that relevant. I think it's just important to get the Deckhand in place, so we have the Keg here. The 2 damage Feast. Sure. Maybe not burn. I guess I'll just like playing this. We still have the 2 spell mana. I still want to go for the Grifter next round, so I think that overall this makes sense. You make the card, it'll be discounted a little bit. I don't think it's wait for TF, I think it's just this here. I could be wrong, TF blue card could just be good. Could even just like argue that I should start with like an open attack and go from there, maybe. It's not that aggressive, but I mean it's definitely something we can do. Gotcha. Oh no, he got me, guys, he got me. We don't get a discount. So, do we like tee up blue card or do we like Grifter? I feel like I just like tee up blue card, but I mean, it could be wrong. The card draws is nice. We haven't scaled Gankplank at all this game because we haven't connected, so it's very unlikely he's going to level. Why do I have a triple Gankplank hand, by the way? That's, it's not very good. I guess I could play Gankplank and have Parlay and Vile Feast both be options for next rounds. Which would, in fact, be a way to level the Gankplank. Parlay. Boom. Does Nexus damage. Think about the meta right now. I think it's fine for the most part. Relatively enjoyable. I think the only part for me is that Heimer Vi is just way too strong, man. Not gonna lie. That's my take on it, at least right now. It feels like every single game I play against anybody playing Heimerdinger Vi is just like such an uphill battle. It's not even funny. Like, you really just have to, like, it doesn't matter what you have, you really have to hope that they don't hit anything. Because if they hit anything, it feels like that deck just wins any matchup. That's my take on it so far. is that, you know, that list is kind of just ridiculous. Would I just Vile Feast that to make it a 3-3? Probably. Be fine. Get some damage in and stuff.
I'm not greedy. My friends, though.
Static Shock's decent. TF is scaling too, which is good. So it's probably going to be like a relatively high priority for him to clear the TF soon.
Investigating officer, Unit 6.
6? How many badges do you guys need?
My gameplay dying here doesn't really matter, right? So if we just attack, we should be fine. Because we just have more Gangplanks anyways, so... And nothing to really do with the hand anyways. It's, I feel like TF that we actually want to have survive with this hand, actually. What on earth is he playing? I think it's just like a Scuffed Burn deck. I'm pretty sure it's a Scuffed Burn list, at least. Could be wrong. But that's my my take on what I'm seeing so far.
And that would mean...
Oh, my Twisted Fates. Oh no. I don't like that too much. It's okay now. Is the Swain and Vlad deck good enough for ladder climb? Anything that I play is good enough for ladder climb. Yeah, anything you see on my YouTube, man, is perfectly fine for climbing on ladder with. I don't think I've posted like any for fun decks yet this this patch.
I'm on it.
So I would say basically anything you see on my channel is good enough to do well with and succeed in the context, I guess, of just climbing. That's like your only goal. If you net deck my decks, you will be able to do that, I believe. I don't know if it's just red card right now. It feels like that's maybe just like jumping a little bit too far ahead. But I think that's might be the look. I can still whale if he attacks. I don't think I want to grasp that. Can maybe just jam a Slotbot for now? So I mean, this guy's not gonna level, right? So basically, he's playing him for his ability, I think. The first one leveled to be fine, but didn't. So I think we're good. I think the Vlad deck that I played though is Vlad Sejuani. Vlad Swain for laddering to climb. I'm gonna be real with you, man. I honestly think in Legends of Runeterra you can play almost anything in climb, so long as you have a good read on what you're playing against. You understand how you want to mulligan your deck and whatever matchup you want to play, and you know, you're familiar with your list and you kind of tech it so you can make it work. So I don't think it really is too relevant, you know, as far as like the absolute exact deck you choose. Like Vlad Swain sounds fine to me. As long as you have like Leviathan in there, that kind of stuff, I mean, you're going to be good. I think like issues with that kind of list, or maybe you need to curve out. It's pretty curve reliant, and also reliant on hitting one of your 5s on curve and still having board. But I mean, if you understand that, you're probably fine. I'm not like 100% convinced I still want to do this yet. I think I will go for it now, but I'm not 100% convinced it's a move. I spill water myself. Pro gamer tip, guys, do not grab water while you're mid-dap, because if you do that, then what's going to happen is you will spill it on your hand and say fuck really loudly. Waka Flocka Flame. This guy does not like Gankplank, man. Fortunately for us, I mean, we just have 2 more, so it's not like the biggest deal in the entire world. Stun, sure. Well, it kind of matters now because our blocks are pretty shit. That's sort of why I didn't want to play TF, but let's just jam a Slotbot in there, and then just like whale next rounds. Means this Slotbot's not going to scale for a long time though. It's kind of just a dead card now, I guess. It's okay though. Could also have Fervor too. So maybe we do just start with this. So whale's a full clear now. The problem is like always like if you play the whale first, you're not really going to be happy. Stunning the Gankplank, sure. Yeah, he's 5 mana now. It's still enough to like remove whatever this is though. But I guess I have like a parlay, so I mean, this should still be a good play. And if it goes through, we're going to be really happy. The thing is, it's going to be like a Mystic or something, right? Or that can happen. That's kind of good. Yeah, I cannot really complain about that outcome. That is actually just really fucking good. Nice. Wait, Slotbot can kill itself, really? That's a thing? There's no way it can kill itself, right? That makes no sense. I think that this is probably a pass. I mean, if I connect, it's still good, though. Like, if I do this, I'd have to block with the Gankplank then instead of blocking with 2-3, but, I mean, it scales the GP is the thing. Could also attack with the TF and just push 4, because he blocked the TF then. And I don't think we really care about TF that much. Because, I mean, he's never going to level. So I think this is actually probably the play. That's likely just the best. Hey, Shaman.
You lack discipline.
They're bad matchups for Yasuo Swain decks. Ionia is not that good. Anything that can, like, remove your Swain with very low amounts of mana is bad. Or, like, punish you for playing a battleship. Any decks like that are just bad for you to play against. So, Ionia usually. Because that region is just completely balanced. Yeah. So I would say the balanced Ionia region is not very good for you. I can grasp and then just like static shock if we want. I don't know how I feel about this for him. It feels like it's really not doing very much at all. Could even be like grasp parlay too. I lose the GP though, but I get nexus damage I guess. Maybe just start with that. Okay, yeah, so I was going to say I've never seen it either. So, I mean, I thought that would be cool if that happened. But yeah, I've never seen it either. So I'm going to say that it's probably just not going to be a thing. Think that I do this because it's slow first. The big part about this is it also gives me the Nexus attack, right? So it gets the scaling for GP to level up. Okay, so we play some way to deny that. Sure, that's fine. Swain is dead, but GP stuns. How do we feel about that? I mean, if I play this shock on this, then it's gonna end up being the case of like my Gankplank won't be shuffled on the list, and that sounds really bad. So I feel like it's better to just let the parlay go off and let GP get stunned because our health is still at 19, so I don't think we're really too worried about dying.
I've gotta leave.
Pass, sure. So I'm gonna get the powder keg here anyways though. We do get the 1 AoE damage though. I think I start with the Grifter here. See what we get. Okay, our Grifters are starting to hit too, which is really nice. So we have an absolute fuck ton of burn damage in hand, right? It's 6 from hand and on board. I mean, we're gonna have a leveled up GP and we're up a unit anyways. But our unit gets stunned, so that's not even the case anymore. I think I've let my GP get stunned every single round. It's kind of bad. I guess let's play Slotbot again then. I do want to have the barrels for next round, so I guess I'm going to static shock his face or something here. Maybe it's just warning shot and then we can static shock stuff next rounds. That also lets him draw. Am I being dumb by letting the investigator stay up maybe? Maybe it's like static shock here and then face, and then next round I just withering wail the whole board away. That feels like it's the best to me, probably. Sure. Or maybe like TF red card the board away, I'm not sure. Just something along those lines though. The thing about like the whale is I can deal with an open attack with it. So that should be good. That's not good. Yeah, that card's the opposite of good. So we're actually gonna Mystic Shot the Ezreal here just so I can literally just Withering Wail next round and clear the board. And if he has a way to deal with the Withering Wail, or I guess a way to deal with the keg, I am going to cry. But at least then I have TF follow up. So I have the TF red card after the Withering Wail when he attacks. Obviously not going to be too happy about that though if he gets rid of the barrel here with like a Mystic Shot or something. Yeah, I would say that would be a pretty big sad react. Okay. I mean, he deals damage with that, but it doesn't really matter. So... this just always works, trust me. So place this Mystic Shot here, I go Feast on the Ezreal, so it just is gone. Oh no. Who does this guy think he is? Honestly. Okay, well, stack is really favorable for us, obviously. I mean, he played both his cards, so we gotta just kill the Ezreal. He doesn't get the extra damage in. And we still deal with most of the board, actually, which is really, really sweet. Tassad's up in 1 man, how are you? Okay, so with the keg, GP kind of just farms this board, and with open attack, we should basically be there. Goes 3-1 into the 1-1, I play Warning Shot, we just win the game. Or he does that, then we just win the game. Unless... Oh no. He knows about the Waka Flocka. Hits us with the flame. But I mean, we're still popping off, it's all good. We're gonna yoink some stuff, we still have 3 Warning Shots and a TF. Everything's good, don't even worry, guys. No reason to sweat here. We're chilling. Yoink some stuff. I guess, I mean, I could have played TF, I guess, then yoink some stuff, maybe. Yeah, I feel for him, man. It definitely does not feel good to be in the spot he's in right now, where, like, your opponent just gets to play the broken cards, steal your stuff. It's definitely one of those that, like, you're really not too happy about, I would say. Take the card draw. Like, okay, well, I mean, I'll take some more cards, I guess, yeah. And that could just be lethal depending on what we pick up, right? Because we have 3 damage already. 1 get excited, and that's a GG.